when we talked to them yesterday, the chap that's involved in doing this, I don't think he quite understood what we were talking about when we had when we talked about a production facility for real-time video. It kind of floored him a bit, but they're still on board. This is going to be great. The point is that we are going to end up having to put a center together, even if we're co-located with them for a while. This is much bigger than that. This is literally, well, it's more than North America wide, because David Hancock has penguin colonies down in the Galapagos that we're talking to people down there about getting streams from. We're talking about grouse out in the middle of the Midwest Plains. We're talking about absolutely fascinating projects that these are all going to be coming into this one production center where we can coordinate, where we will be creating the educational components of these. We will be taking streams without advertising on them and handing them out to various education facilities because they don't want the advertising.
Yep.
And then we'll be taking the streams and we'll hand them out to the Ustream or the Zap Live for the public's general consumption, because that's really the best way of funding that kind of network bandwidth. When you've got somebody, well, like the black bear and with her cubs that's been the hit of the internet lately, they're getting literally thousands of people that are sitting and watching this bear with her cubs in there. If the individual had to try and pay for that network bandwidth, it would bankrupt somebody in no time. Because as I said, we spend $100,000 a month very easily. It runs to tens and hundreds of thousands very quickly. Whereas if you hand it to something like Ustream or Zap Live, you don't have to even think about it. You hand them one stream, they hand out 10,000, and they make the money. And if you get a good hit, they might actually pay you back some. We get some from Wild Earth. Well, that helps, but the point is, it takes that load off our mind about having something that's a hit, because that ruins your budget.
It's such a full circle for David Hancock, because he went out with his I guess they were Airflex cameras. Arriflex cameras.
Yes, he's been a 16mm film photographer, and one of the other things that's on the back burner a little bit is we're going to convert a lot of his films to digital, and we're going to bring those up, because
well, you know,
he has an incredible archive.
Every once in a while, when you see Wild Kingdom or one of those,
there's some of his footage in there.
They'll have some of his footage in there, and you'll see David. And David and his wife at the time, Lynn Hancock.
Lynn Hancock, that's right.
Lynn was the author of Seal in My Sleeping Bag and Raccoon in My Parka. And her raccoon, Sam, was the seal, and raccoon was named Cleo. And she used to go around to schools and do. She was actually with
David when I saw them in the Queen Elizabeth Theatre.
David traveled with his cougar, and he would show up at Terrace or Kitimat or Smithers or Edmonton or something, and introduced his cougar to the school classmates, the school class schools and so on. And he's been doing this educational stuff for as long as I've known him.
But you know what?
This is
do you know
so
what?
different.
Do you know why he's doing this? Because he realized after the first couple of weeks of this thousands of people watching, that with that one program, he had reached more people in that couple of weeks than he had reached total in his 50 years of giving lectures.
Yeah, but, Richard, it's the same.
He had the ability to reach the people far better that way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's full circle.
It's full circle.
Just like I asked you, we're sitting where Paul Swingle was sitting with you, and I said, you know, why are you doing this? Because you were retired. He was physically, absolutely retired. And came out of the thing and did it again. He came out here to fish.
Yeah.
I know. He told me what he was doing. And he's now got 14 people working 20 hours a day doing this and that and everything, covering himself.
And he hasn't caught the second fish yet.
Yeah, funding it himself, and you know, he's got to take money. And I feel the same way. I mean, I could sell the house and get in the motorhome or get in the sailboat and go sailing.
Yep.
I'm 67.
Buy a mystery machine.
Buy a mystery machine. I got checks. I get my old age and my Canada Pension Plan check now.
Have you cashed any lately?
Oh yes.
Okay. For a while there,
we had such a bad year this last year because of this economy and our clients having bad years.
Yep.
That I was very glad to get my old age pension and Canada Pension Plan checks. But I can't see myself doing. The concept of getting in my motorhome and traveling around North America without coming back to, which I've done many times,
Yep.
as you know. But
Well, you've taken the kids all over the place.
Yeah, without coming back to doing this and spreading the knowledge or doing something, whether I get paid for it or not, it just, I can't see myself not doing it.
Well, I can see you at some point getting a roaming account on your cell phone and tethering your laptop to your cell phone and just doing this job from any place on the planet.
Well, we can do that with
We
this
can do that
Ustream.
now.
We can do this.
That's right.
We could be broadcasting this from a motorhome, sitting down at the...
We can be broadcasting
anywhere.
from darn near anywhere on the
That's
planet.
correct, because Mitchell did that. The first time he demonstrated Ustream was he was sitting in class at Capilano University,
Yep.
and he phoned me and he said, take a look at this address, Acres of Madness, I think he calls it.
Yep.
And the next thing I know, I'm watching his professor at Capilano University teach an Egyptian course.
Yep.
And it was amazing quality and amazing. And she was a good-looking professor too.
Education for the price of a laptop.
There you go.
Education for the price of a laptop.
Or a netbook in your case.
What are we doing here?
We are at about 8:35, so
Well,
I think
we're
we've-
just about finished.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's finish.
Anyway,
and
I'm
let's-
pumped. I'm looking forward to
Okay.
this. This is
Good.
something I'm just.
Well, we're going to go down
gonna have
to,
fun.
I think tonight's, I think, the first night, but the press box, which has been was taken over by the Olympics, if you
Yep.
remember. They closed
Yep.
Renfrew off. There was no parking. And I didn't even know about it. We got it advertised on my Facebook thing today.
Yep.
Just about 4 o'clock, the announcement came out. And I don't know whether they've been advertising it or anything, but I haven't seen it before. So there's a new comedy workshop going on Wednesday night.
It's open mic tonight,
Open mic. So
and we've been practicing.
Andy can get up and do his shtick. And well, Mitchell, maybe you should take down your fire ploy and do some fire
No, that's
rounds.
not funny unless he drops them.
Well, if he does it naked, it's funny.
Yeah.
Or when he misses.
Or when he misses. That's
he,
right. Yeah.
He went in the polar bear swim naked with fire.
Yeah,
ploys,
yeah,
so-
yeah. I still haven't seen the video.
I know. It's
Don't worry, you will.
no, we don't worry, you will. Anyway, we've been at this for a while, and we've had a couple of tax questions. We've had a couple of questions for Paul Swingle. We've talked to two people who I get emotional just thinking about the fact that the two of them went to Paul
Yep.
and got such good results, and that's it. You can watch this in archives. Hope if you're watching that you are in Vancouver and you can go down to Paul Swingle's seminar tomorrow night, which is on ADD, closed head brain injuries, etc. If you've got a next door neighbor, a friend, a worst enemy, your son, daughter, mother, father, sister, brother, I don't know, next door neighbor, worst enemy, come on down and see it, because it will change your life if it affects you.
And join me on www.hancockwildlife.org. If you can't figure that out, put live streaming eagle nest or eagle video into Google and you'll find it. You can't miss it. We
Take
come
a
up
look at
first.
the eagles.
Come and look at the eagles. More than that, come, become a member. Join us in our chat or in our forums and read some of the things that we're doing.
And send money.
And send money.
Yeah. They need money. Money. Put them in your
Thank
will.
you very much.
Bye. Thanks, Mitchell, for helping out.
Thank you, Mitchell.